Hey sis! Long time no talk. How long has it been? Oh wow, 5 years, huh?
Why are you texting me, Monica? Do you need something?
Well, I'm getting married!
Oh, huh. Congrats, I guess. Bye.
Hey, wait a sec! Don't you have something more to say than congrats? Your little sister is getting married!
Not really. We never have had that good of a relationship, Monica. I mean, I'm happy for you, I guess. But I'm not sure what you're expecting from me. We haven't spoken in 5 years.
I bet you're just jealous of me because I'm getting married and you aren't. Jealousy is not a good look on you, sis.
What makes you think I'm jealous? You're the one bothering me about this. I don't really have anything much to say, if I'm being honest.
If you're gonna treat your own flesh and blood like this, then clearly you've got a problem with me getting married.
Did you just text me to accuse me of being jealous about a wedding I knew nothing about before this?
No, I do actually have an important thing to tell you. Do you know who I'm marrying?
I don't really care.
At least pretend to be interested in this, Kelly.
Why should I? I genuinely don't care, and me not caring doesn't change anything about this.
Well, when you know who it is, you will care. You'll definitely regret finding out from someone other than me.
Why would who your husband is going to be matter to me at all? If anything, I'd rather know less about your life than I already do. Living with you was so incredibly disruptive to just about everything that I don't think I have any real desire to involve myself in your life.
Oh my god! Quit being so dramatic, Kelly!
I'm not being dramatic. I'm just telling it how it is.
Ugh! You're always so impossible!
If you're gonna be weird about it, I don't want to do this.
Fine, whatever. I'll just tell you if you're not going to guess. The person I'm marrying is your fiancé.
What? What fiancé?
Isn't it a big surprise? I wish I could be there in person to see the look on your face.
What are you talking about?
It's not that hard. Your boyfriend got sick of you and started dating me instead. Probably because I'm way cuter and prettier and more fun than you. I do feel kind of bad for you, but since you don't care about me in my life, I guess it doesn't matter.
I have literally no idea what you're talking about. I don't know anyone who knows you. I'm not sure how any of this could even be remotely possible.
Are you really gonna sit there and pretend you don't have a boyfriend just so you don't have to admit I won? Lame!
I'm not pretending. I really don't know what you're talking about. I don't know anyone who has even met you who isn't a family member.
Whatever. You can keep acting like you don't if it makes you feel better. Or, well, I guess you don't have to act like you don't since he's mine now. But still, it's not cute just to play dumb just because you don't want to admit you're a failure. It just makes you look stupid, if anything.
Okay. Whatever. I have so many other things I could be doing than listening to this, so I'm gonna silence my phone now. Bye.
Whoa, wait! At least talk to me for a little while longer. I want to tell you all about my awesome fiancé. Or, well, maybe you already know everything since he was yours first. Kelly? Hello? What's the deal, Kelly? Are you really not going to come to my wedding? At least give me your address so I can send you a real invitation. You could at least have the decency to RSVP like a normal person.
I mean, you could just ask Mom or something.
I did ask her, and she didn't give it to me. She said not to bother you.
I mean, it's too late now. Why do you need to send me an invitation in the mail anyway? Why does it matter?
Because you're supposed to RSVP!
Why can't I just tell you I'm not going? Isn't that the same thing? It saves both of us the time and effort of putting something in the mail. Not to mention the postage.
That's just how you're supposed to do it. I send you an invitation. You check the little box. You put it back in the mail. I get it and I note down your response. You don't just get to reply to my email saying I'm not going. It's rude.
Wow, okay. You're the one lecturing me on being rude? That's rich. You should write for sitcoms.
Ugh, would you stop with all the quipping?
Send me an invitation if it really matters to you. I'll do your little box-checking ritual, but it's not going to change my answer.
Ugh, fine. Whatever. Can you at least tell me why you're not going?
I thought about it. I mean, most people go to the weddings of their relatives, even if they don't like them that much. It is a free meal and drinks for the cost of a crappy present from Target or whatever. But the more I thought about it, the less I wanted to deal with you and your antics. And anyway, I'm busy that day.
What could be so important that you have to miss my wedding?
I have a life.
Is it really that important that you can't come? Can't you cancel or reschedule?
It's more important than your wedding.
There's no way it can be that important. This is a once-in-a-lifetime event. Can't you just be considerate of me for once?
I told you, I can't make it. I have to be somewhere that day, and it's not something I can easily reschedule. Not that I would want to, and especially not to see whatever farce of a wedding you're planning.
Oh, whatever. I bet you're just still mad because I stole your fiancé. You must have realized who I was talking about when you saw his name on the Evite.
You mean Wayne? I mean, yeah, I know someone named Wayne.
Of course you know him! It must have been quite a shock to see it in writing. Makes it all the more real, I'm sure.
It wasn't really any kind of shock. Why would I be shocked you were marrying someone I don't know? I'm pretty sure you have him confused with someone else.
Uh-huh, sure. I think you're the one confused here. You're just trying to deflect from the fact that me marrying Wayne means that you've lost and you don't want to see me win.
No. Like I said before, I don't have a fiancé named Wayne. And this Wayne guy you're marrying isn't anyone I've ever had a relationship with. So you're not ever stealing my boyfriend or whatever.
Well, yeah. Of course not. Because I already stole him from you.
If I never had any boyfriend or fiancé to begin with, how can you steal him from me?
Isn't it obvious? Do you really need me to explain it to you? I'm marrying Wayne, and I'll get to be his wife and have all his money, and you won't.
Yeah, I get that.
And all the time you spent trying to do the same is going to waste. Because I'm locking him down when you couldn't.
Yes, Monica. I understand the concept of stealing someone's boyfriend. I'm not as stupid as you think I am. I am still pretty sure this isn't the same Wayne I'm thinking of.
So there is a Wayne.
I mean, I know a guy named Wayne, yeah. But this doesn't sound like the Wayne I know. And I'm not dating any Waynes. And I definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, have never been engaged to anyone named Wayne.
Clearly, you're just in denial. You just don't want to believe me, so you're making all this up. It's pathetic, really. Though also kind of funny.
If thinking that makes you feel better about doing whatever you're doing, that's fine. Keep on thinking that. But I'm not in denial about anything. In fact, none of this really makes sense to me. I don't really know anyone rich, let alone anyone I was going to marry. I'm not sure why you think I would care about you marrying someone for their money and me not being able to. Especially when it's some rando I hardly know. Money is nice, but I don't really care that much about it. Nor do I care about you marrying someone rich.
You're just saying that. You clearly do care and you're just lying about it.
I really don't know what any of this is about. But what I do know is that I've never had a fiancé named Wayne, let alone a rich one.
The lies aren't helping your case, sis. Just get this over with and admit you're jealous or something so we can move on. The more you lie about it, the more you just dig your grave.
I don't know how I can stop lying about something I'm not lying about in the first place. If you don't believe me, that's your problem. And frankly, I don't know why you should care in the first place. If you really want to marry this guy, why does it matter that he's my ex that you stole from me? And it doesn't change the fact that I'm not going. If anything, it makes me want to go even less.
Why are you always so difficult? You're such a sore loser. You always have been. even when we were little girls. You'd cry and cry because I beat you every time we played a board game.
I'd cry because you cheat and mess everything up whenever I was winning. That's why I stopped playing with you. I wasn't a sore loser. I was just sick of dealing with you.
No, you just didn't want to lose. And now that I've won fair and square, you just don't want to admit it. At least come so I can have the pleasure of seeing you cry when I marry your fiancé.
What makes you think that will make me come? You're so crazy. I don't know why I even bother with this. And anyway, even if I did want to actually come in some parallel universe where everything was backwards and upside down, I have something important I have to do that day.
Can you really not make time to go to your baby sister's wedding?
No.
Why? Are you going to be on the other side of the world?
Yeah, pretty close to it at least.
Here you go, lying again. You're clearly just jealous that I stole your rich fiancé. I guess you won't ever actually admit it. But whatever. You don't have to come if you're gonna act like this. It's a little sad, really. I don't need you stinking up my wedding with you pouting anyway.
Whatever you say, Monica. Even if I could go, I don't really feel like giving you the satisfaction by showing up anyway.
Whatever. Hey, Kelly. Today's the big day. How does it feel to be the biggest loser?
Are we really starting with this again? Will you just leave me alone? I don't know your fiancé. I don't care that you're getting married. You're just annoying me for no reason at this point. Don't you have wedding preparation to do? Like hair and makeup and your dress and all that?
I can't believe you're still pretending to not care. It's pretty pathetic at this point.
I'm not pretending to do anything. Anyway, even if you don't have things to do, I do. And I'm going to get back to them. If you really want to keep gloating about marrying someone I don't know, we can talk about it later.
Come on, Kelly! Stop being so annoying! Don't you at least want to know how things are going? I'm gonna be live tweeting the whole thing. Oh, but I bet you don't have an account.
I do not.
You really are lame. I'll just copy all my tweets and send them to you so you can see.
Don't waste your time. I'm going to be too busy with the important thing I already told you I'm doing to check my phone anyway. I'll just get the video from Mom. Why don't you spend time focusing on the wedding you care so much about instead of bothering me with it?
I'm planning on it! But I want my sister to be included, even if she's too busy to actually come to her own baby sister's wedding.
It sounds more like you just want to torment me. Which won't work since, again, I do not care. Anyway, why are you wasting your time talking to me? You should be paying attention to what makes you happy instead of trying to drag me into it.
But this wedding will make me happy. Wayne is so rich that he can buy me anything I want. And I'll be living the good life in his high-rise condo and luxury cars. I'm already happier than I could have ever imagined. The only thing that would make me happier is if you would stop acting like an idiot and just fess up.
That's not going to happen because I have nothing to fess up to. Anyway, my fiancé is calling me. I have to go.
Your fiancé?
Yes, my fiancé. I'm going to be late for my flight.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Hawaii for my wedding.
Wait, Hawaii? You're getting married? Kelly, pick up! Tell me what you said to Wayne right now!
Wayne? I haven't talked to him. I'm not even sure if I've even met the guy. I told you before, I don't think you're even marrying the Wayne that I know. What happened?
When I got up to the altar, Wayne immediately said he couldn't marry me and ran out of the church. Is he with you?
I'm not sure how he could be. Unless he somehow managed to magically teleport to Hawaii.
Is this all some sort of trick? Are you trying to trick me?
No. Once again, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Aren't you going to a wedding? Are you going to marry Wayne? Are you taking him back?
What? No! Calm down. I'm not stealing your fiancé. Or, I guess, ex-fiancé. My fiancé and I are getting married in Hawaii. His name is Antonio. He's from Peru. So unless Wayne is also secretly a Peruvian man named Antonio who somehow has a secret teleporter that can get him to Hawaii in an instant, I'm pretty sure he's a different person.
What? When did all this happen?
I met Antonio through work about 1.5 years ago. He transferred in from our San Antonio office. We've been dating for at least 1 year. And he proposed to me a few months ago.
Wait, so why did I think Wayne was your fiancé?
I have no idea. I told you I've never dated a Wayne. There was a guy I used to hang out with sometimes, but that was like 2 years ago before I met Antonio. He might be the same guy you're marrying, but he doesn't sound a lot like the guy I knew. Or maybe he was. Who knows? We haven't really stayed in touch.
Why?
The moment he figured out that I was making more money than him, he literally asked me out on the spot. I told him he was crazy, and he got upset, and we never really hung out again after that. But if he really is who you were gonna marry, that's pretty wild. I'm not sure how you even figured out I knew him. It's not like we were friends for that long or anything. I guess he does live near you, so you could have met him somehow.
Oh, I met him at that bar you and your friends used to hang out at, and he mentioned someone named Kelly. And it sounded like you, so I jumped on him. He was hot and he sounded like he had a lot of money, and if I could also get back at you by marrying him, it would have been a win-win.
Is that really all you cared about?
I mean, I guess I sorta like him.
Sorta like him is a pretty bad basis for a loving marriage. How long have you been dating?
A little while.
Like, what, 1 year?
Like 3 months.
Monica. How did you get him to marry you?
I mean, it wasn't that hard. I just told him that I was pregnant and he proposed right away.
Oh my god, you didn't. You really are unbelievable, Monica.
Look, once we get married, I'm sure I would have gotten pregnant pretty much immediately. It wouldn't have been a lie for long. But I think some of his family figured out that I was lying.
That must be why he ran.
I just wanted to make this happen. But yeah, you're probably right.
You have totally lost it. Did you really do this just to try to get some kind of petty revenge on me?
I mean, no! He's rich! The revenge was just a bonus.
You are so shallow. It's truly amazing. So now that he's figured you out, what are you gonna do? Obviously a wedding is off the table.
I don't know. Everyone's left and we're not going to be able to have the reception. And now Mom and Dad are super mad at me too. They yelled at me for like an hour.
I mean, did you expect them not to? You lied about being pregnant to trick someone into marrying you. I'd be mad if my daughter did that.
They said they weren't going to help me pay for any of the expenses for the wedding anymore.
Well, I can't say that I'm surprised about that. This is all your fault after all. But it's probably better that you didn't marry him after all.
Why?
If he really is the Wayne that I knew, he's definitely not rich.
How do you know? He could have made a bunch of money since you broke up.
I guess. But he didn't seem that motivated when I knew him. And he was working some dead-end job making like half what I was. And I do okay, but I'm not that well off.
But he has all those nice clothes.
Yeah, because his girlfriends buy them for him. And he steals all the rest.
What? No way! They have to be his!
Nah, he's a total mooch. And a thief, too.
Why would he steal clothes? I heard he makes tons!
Who did you hear that from?
I met one of your old friends from high school at that same bar I met Wayne at. We got to talking, and she told me about him and his job.
Was it Natasha?
Yeah, I think that was her name. Tall blonde girl?
Yeah, that's her. I don't really know her that well, but she does know some of my friends from school, so I guess she might have heard something about me. Oh, you know what? I bet she was actually talking about Antonio. How would you know about him? I met some of my old high school friends last time I came home to visit Mom and Dad and told them about Antonio. Antonio's a big-time researcher in my company's R&D department, so they pay him pretty well. So Natasha, or whoever, was probably telling you about that and you got some wires crossed and thought she was talking about Wayne for some reason.
Oh my god.
Well, it's not exactly out of character for you. You get something in your head and it's almost impossible to talk you out of it. Did you really not think to check him out a bit before you tried to trick him into marrying you, though?
I mean, I thought I knew.
You probably should take the time to actually figure out who you're marrying before you do it. But either way, I can tell you that Wayne barely had a cent to his name when I knew him. I would be shocked if he was any better off now.
Oh no. That's not good.
What's not good?
They haven't paid for basically anything for the wedding. I thought he was going to be able to. So I just made the reservations and gave him all the bills.
How did you manage that?
I don't know. Wayne said he'd take care of it. But I guess he didn't. What am I going to do? I can't have the wedding or afford to cancel it. And I'm going to have to tell everyone I'm not pregnant.
That really sucks.
I don't have the money to cover all this. It's thousands of dollars. What should I do?
I don't know. I can't help you.
I'm dying here, Kelly. Do something at least.
If you're dying, maybe they can make it into a funeral instead?
Don't joke around, Kelly.
I don't know what you expect me to do. I don't have any advice for you. I'm definitely not giving you any money. And I'm currently like 1,000 miles away.
Come back and help me. Someone needs to pay for all this and I can't do it.
I'm not paying for your flop of a wedding.
Kelly! Wait. Please help me. I'm begging you.
Bye.
Kelly! I don't have the money and I can't get a loan. I quit my job and my credit is horrible. I'm gonna be on the street. Kelly!
As you might expect, Wayne and Monica did not get married that day. Wayne, unable to commit to a child that didn't exist and unwilling to pay for the wedding, fled the scene and blocked her on everything, not taking a call. He disappeared, never to be heard from again, at least by Monica. It wasn't long before Monica had collection agencies chasing after her, and desperate to get out of debt, went to our parents for a loan. Begrudgingly, they bailed her out, but she was forced to work in Dad's lawn care business to pay back the massive amount of money they had to pay on her behalf. The reveal of her fake pregnancy also put quite a bit of strain on their relationship, and while she is living at home so she doesn't waste any money she could be using to pay them back on rent, our parents barely even talk to her anymore. I, on the other hand, have begun my new life with Antonio after my dream wedding in Oahu. We're blissfully married, living life far away from Monica and all her drama. And unlike Monica, we are expecting a real, actual baby. Meanwhile, Monica keeps slaving away cutting lawns and trimming trees, dreaming of the day when she can finally find a man rich enough to rescue her from her grubby life.